Hello, everyone. Blessings to you. Peace always be with you. I want to help guide you to your ultimate power, where you feel like you can conquer the world, where you feel like you can do anything and you're just completely liberated. Completely liberated, kind of like when you were a child again, where you had no thoughts, you had no worries, you felt like anything was possible. Even your imagination was infinite. You were able to feel like you can do anything, like nothing was your demise, or you had no doubt in yourself. You had no confusion in anything. You were just simply vibrant, simply living, simply just dancing and singing with life. And this ultimate power, it is unconditional love. See, when you have unconditional love, you live life with a giving energy, a giving attitude, a state of gratitude, a state of you are the life force. Unconditional love, when you have that unconditional love for life, and you're not in your head, you're not in your thoughts, you're not in your own thoughts of like your past or your future, you immediately default, you immediately transport yourself to your place where there is no barriers, because you become the source of life. You start to give life to everything you touch. It's like you become Midas. Everything you touch turns to gold. Everything you connect with, you turn into a positive experience. Everything that you're around, you flip it into a positive, loving experience, because you have no negative judgments towards it. You have no fear towards it. You have no hate towards it. So you literally become limitless. And even more importantly, you start to ground that energy into your body, into your physical DNA, your cells, your cellular DNA, your neurons in your brain. You start to reprogram your brain, and then you create this thing called neuroplasticity. You start to really, really change the DNA and the cells in your body. You start to heal. You start to become stronger, your immune system. So it's not just a metaphysical thing. You're starting to now ground it into this physical world, this physical reality, where now you start to become this vibration, this high vibration, where now you're exuberating that, you're expressing that. And the only thing you become aware of, or the only thing that can penetrate into your being, is the same vibration. You start to attract that. You start to attract that energy. You start to, what they call the law of attraction. You start to feel this ultimate experience of aliveness. And all of a sudden, all those things that are full of life out there start to align with you, because now you're allowing them to come into you. A lot of life is not that things aren't in full abundance. It's that we're just not allowing the abundance to come. We're not allowing the blessings to come. We're constantly self-sabotaging ourselves through our thoughts, our emotions. We continually tell ourselves that we're undeserving, that we are in need of suffering. We allow ourselves to drop into a lower frequency and become a victim of life, become a victim of the circumstances of the physical world, when in reality we can change a lot of how we perceive every circumstance, turning it around, turning it into a positive thing. And a lot of it isn't an activity. It's not an action you have to do. When you go back and peel the layers of reality, and if you watch a lot of my videos, a lot of it just comes to starting at the base of root of all things, your foundation, which is just pure consciousness. When you remain in pure consciousness, you remain in pure awareness, you first allow yourself to be present and not let your thoughts and your emotions take you over, not let your habits and programs take over. And once you've completely let go of all of that, you begin to now become the emitter of this energy. You become the reactive fusion. You become like the sun. Now you're the provider of life. And then through the more you remain as your true self, because all you are is a spirit having a human experience. All you are is a spiritual energy, a conscious energy, having a physical experience. This isn't forever. So the more you go back into your true self, the more you go back into your essence and your core connection to source, core connection to God and the universe, the more you become this powerful entity, this powerful thing. And it's not like you have to go and, practice a whole bunch of stuff. All you have to do is just allow yourself to not be taken away by your thoughts and emotions. Allow yourself to be present. The present is the gift. That's why it's called the present. This is the gift of life, being here right now. And then through that, and you remain in that, all of a sudden, you begin to empower yourself, because then you start to be happy with the moment, appreciate the moment, embody your energy right here, right now, without letting your thoughts telling you need to change something or achieve something, or, have a thought of the past or a thing of the future. And then you become whole and complete right now. And then you start to love everything as it is. You become unconditionally loving. Are you with me? It is that simple. All of a sudden, you become that inner child again, where you unconditionally love everything, and you are like a superhuman at that point. And you can take it as far as like really, really healing everything to the point where like there's really no limits. We've only put the limits that we've capped ourselves to what is possible in our potential. But that is also a thought. You notice that is a thought. You identify it as a thought, and then you embody it, and then you say, oh, that's my limit, because you're believing this thought. You're believing this program. But as soon as you realize that, like, oh, you know what? That's just a thought. All of a sudden, you're not going into that reality. You're not going into that timeline. You're remaining free. You're remaining in a state of pure abundance and infinite possibilities. And in this way, you begin to truly, without wanting to love everything, without needing to be in peace, you just become it. All of a sudden, you're just like this being of just pure peace and tranquility, and everything is okay and everything's great. And it's not no hippy dippy talk either. This is very practical. This is, when you look at it from its very simplistic way, it is actually common sense. It is actually a simple nursery rhyme. And you can see it when you see a child that is truly free, unconditionally loving. You can see it. You experience it. And I don't want you to believe this. I want you to experience this. Nothing in my videos, I don't want you to learn. I don't want you to, level up in knowledge. I want you to just experience these things. I want you to take them, that little bit of information, and then let it do what it's going to do. And then you realize that you don't need the information no more. You don't need another thing to hold on to make you believe something and trigger you into this greater being, because you are this greater being. It's actually having to peel the layers off, peel the things you've learned and unlearned all the programs and thoughts and such stuff. Hope this video is very helpful. Sending nothing but love to every one of you guys. Peace is always here. Love is always here. Peace always be with you. Blessings.